responsible for the property that they're leasing, renting, or whatever you want to call it, or living in. It's making people in this community to be a little more respectful to their environment instead of just thinking everything is owed to them and given to them. And I fully support it 100%. I think it's the right thing to do. I think, now don't get me wrong, I think the landlord still has a lot of responsibilities. They have a major lot of responsibilities as far as to the tenants. But when you go up and down streets and you see garbage or stuff all in front of your yard where the tenants are just making a mess of it, the landlord can't be babysitters. And they have to show some responsibility as just a human being in general. Not a renter, not a tenant, not a landowner, but as a human being, to be a little more responsible, a little more respectful to their environment and the people around.
Make a motion, as we discussed in committee, to amend the landlord registration chapter, it's the previous chapter, so that landlords have to give a written or a printed copy of this legislation to the tenants.
And Matt, whereas I fully respect you for that, I think it should go through the committee system and not done on the floor and not done in caucus. I think the letter should be given to Mr. Noble. I don't have a problem supporting that, but I think it should be done through the committee system the way it should be done and not be done in a half-hearted way where we really can't think about it and look at it, because there is some concerns from some parts of Corporation Council of what this could set up.
Allowing someone to live in my house that I own, and I'm requiring them, it's just like the lease. I think that it is the landlord's responsibility to make sure that they have this documentation. I don't think it should be this much of a debate.
Do you give them a...
My lease is many pages
long. But does your
long.
lease, do you provide them with a copy of the city code that tells them about trash, tells them about snow?
I tell them when trash pickup is. My lease does include snow. It includes whether who mows the lawn. The 3 inches of snow on the road that they have to go off the street? Absolutely.
Your lease has a copy?
Okay.
We shouldn't even have to tell them to do this. And now we're going to baby them and say, well, here, you better make sure you do this because you're going to get fined and you're going to get thrown in jail.
Other places, any kind of congregate housing